During the sessions, farmers constantly raised alarm over the cost of fertilizer, terming it as too expensive for them to buy, hence reducing their yield. To this, Fernando noted that for small-scale agriculture to pick up, structures have to be put in place to ensure farmers can get fertilizer at cost-friendly prices.
So one of the big thematic areas we discussed here is not only developing improved fertilizers for smallholder farmers, but we also spent a lot of time discussing the supply chain. The supply chain basically means from either production or importation to the farmer. And there are many issues in the supply chain. There are delays at the port, there are delays with testing, transportation is expensive, and all of these issues lead to increased costs for the farmers. So, for example, one of the goals of the platform, again, is to work with public and private partners to address these bottlenecks or constraints, and will reduce the price of fertilizers to farmers if the constraints are addressed.
Equally, there is little to no information regarding fertilizer reaching the farmers in rural Kenya to help them in their agricultural activities. Fernando proposes that several channels of information should be put in place to ensure factual information about fertilizer reaches every farmer.
During the agronomic session, we discussed that. There is a lot of information available. There is also a lot missing, but we also discussed getting more information not only to farmers but also among stakeholders. But definitely farmers should get more access to information through improved extension services. These can be from government or from the private sector or from development partners. And there are a lot of fertilizer companies, seed companies, lime companies who address soil acidity issues, who undertake farmer demonstration and extensions themselves. And this should be expanded.
While fertilizer has been a blessing to the agricultural sector due to bumper harvests, it's a two-faced coin that has come under sharp criticism for environment pollution, particularly water and soil. According to Fernando, all is being done to ensure that fertilizers are less hazardous to the environment.
Yeah, so safe use and appropriate use of fertilizers is something that is very important, and it'll have to be part of the extension messages to farmers from both the public sector and the private sector.
Fact is constant. Fernando states without the fear of contradiction that if there is proper use of fertilizers, it's not just the agricultural sector that will grow, but with it, the fertilizer manufacturing sector too.
Actually increase fertilizer production and crop production, and that's the most important thing. We want yields for smallholder farmers and their income to increase.
We believe that, yes, we do have the solutions.
It's expected that the conversations held around fertilizer will bring the desired change in the agricultural sector, offering farmers solutions such as affordable fertilizer and sustainable fertilizer practices. If this goal is met, it will be a double win for the country, as we will not only have inched closer towards the attainment of food security, but also boosted the manufacturing sector, both of which are pillars of the Big Four agenda.
So if we start off with